Hey folks, Fernando doing another video for the More Survivalists, and again about the horrible tragedy of Uvalde and how the police failed miserably, shamefully, yet some people, like this woman, like this mother, not wearing 511 tactical pants, not having any fancy tactical carbine, just the will to save her children made a huge difference. So I'm going to be getting into this video in a second, which is impressive, but let me show you yet again the difference of how police act in other parts of the world. Again, Brazil. So as to show that it's not one isolated incident, this is yet another hostage situation that is handled in a very different manner. You see that they have they seem to have this thing for grabbing a hostage. You know why they grab hostages and use them as human shields? Because they know they're getting shot. They know that Brazilian police don't screw around. They don't wait for orders about superiors, about what's politically correct. They know that if you're a police officer in Brazil and there's a criminal with a gun, you simply shoot him. That's what they do, and it's not changing anytime soon. That's why they grab people like this when they get caught. But look what ends up happening nonetheless. This is a criminal who was committing a robbery in a store. Two of his accomplices made the bright decision of surrendering and giving up so as to not get killed. Now, some people are not all that bright, and he went for this bad idea of his. Grab a hostage and try to protect himself in such a manner. Look how much time goes by. Very violent, pointing at everywhere. Look at how the police operates in Brazil. They keep on moving forward. They keep stepping forward while pointing the gun at him, and whenever they have a chance, exactly, that's what's going to happen. They don't retreat, they keep moving, and then as soon as they have a good shot, they take it. And in just a matter of seconds, the situation is resolved and people happily clap and cheer, because that's what you do with scumbags like that. You don't do what you saw in Uvalde, which is a shameful coward display that should never have happened. But let's look at how some people reacted, like this woman. Talking so much about female empowerment, okay, let's look at how real, powerful, strong women react.
Weeks of pain in Uvalde, Robb Elementary, where the community still comes to remember 21 innocent lives lost, is where Angeli Gomez made a split decision to save her kids from a gunman, a decision she says has led to harassment and threats by Uvalde police.
They have no shame. These people have no shame.
Angeli is a farm worker and was working in the fields when the school came under attack.
I'm running.
She's a farm worker.
I get in my car. I'm going about 100 miles per hour. I had my flashing lights on. And
she was hysterical when she arrived and wanted to go in immediately, but says she was ordered by an officer to get back.
He's like, "You're very close." I said, "Well, I don't need you to protect me. I don't need your protection. What you need to do is go protect my kids. They're in there."
Angeli says she could hear the children and the gunman.
You could just hear the gun like just kept going. You could hear kids screaming from the cafeteria, kids screaming from classrooms.
She says she and other parents were frustrated that police were standing around doing nothing.
I'm starting to tell the parents, come on, if we all go in there, they can't stop us all.
Leader.
She says they not only stopped her, but handcuffed her and tackled some parents to the ground.
Why are you doing it to us? And y'all can't even go in there and do it to the shooter.
Angeli says after a few minutes, she did calm down and officers uncuffed her. That's when she ran, hopped a nearby fence, and ran inside.
I mean, it was really risky what I did, but at that moment, you don't think. It's just your mind goes blank and you're just in there to do what you're going to do.
Angeli says she first ran to one of her son's classrooms and got the teacher to open the door and then help lead the entire class out of the school.
They're already coming in for me, so might as well take your way out. So she's like, okay. So she's getting the kids. We're coming. Come on, guys.
Took the entire class with her.
Angeli says she wasn't done. Her other son was still inside and terrified. She could still hear gunfire in the distance.
So I kind of just got on one knee and I just kind of said a prayer real quick, like, because I could hear the kids screaming, "I want my mom," from the cafeteria.
Angeli says she made it to her son's room and managed to get him and one of his friends out.
Footage.
She says a resident shot this video of her running from the school and gave it to her. It shows her and the two boys running into the parking lot, her son breaking down into tears.
You're gonna be okay.
Angeli's attorney, Domingo Garcia, says she acted with more heroism than most of the officers who responded that day.
Damn right. Damn right she did.
It's a sad statement that these police officers are willing to arrest parents.
There you go, tactical dude, run.
As opposed to going after an active shooter who at that time was still shooting children and killing them and shooting teachers, and they did nothing.
Weeks after the shooting, Angeli says she's still being threatened with arrest. She claims she's been watched by Uvalde police in marked cars. Uvalde police have not responded to requests for comment.
I've also had a cop park here while me and my grandmother are exercising, flickering on and off his headlights, just watching us. I don't know what he's doing. He's just there.
Bunch of cowards,
she says
pieces
they're
of shit.
with her for ignoring their orders.
We can arrest you for tampering with an open investigation of an active shooter.
Right.
Her attorney says it's intimidation in a form of small-town justice.
Intimidation with people under a badge for telling the truth, for telling their story and trying to save her two children.
Have a good day. You too. Take care.
Angeli wants Police Chief Pete Arredondo fired and held accountable. He was the presumed incident commander that day. Uvalde police have not responded to repeated requests for comment on Angeli's case to WFAA or her attorney. She hopes by speaking out, it will protect her from future retaliation.
So these pieces of shit not only failed to do what they signed up to do, they stopped this woman, this brave woman, from saving her kids. And in spite of that, they put her in handcuffs. Now, the moment she got released, she jumped into that school, saved not only her two kids, but a bunch of our children as well. So, and this woman is a field worker. She's working in a farm. When she hears this is happening in her kid's school, she rushes there and does more than all of these useless assholes that you have over here. Not only that, they now harass her for doing what they lack the balls to do themselves. This is a disgrace. This is shameful. But this just says, as I explained in the video before, it just shows a lot of the current situation, how we are right now. This is just an indication that you need to take charge on your own. You have to protect yourself, your family. You cannot count on these people, because the chances of you coming across someone that will do his job, someone that will have the courage to do the job that he signed up to and not look after his own interests, his well-being, and him alone are rather small these days. Folks, you want to prepare. You have of course, the channel with a bunch of information regarding the practical stuff, self-defense, street survival skills is what I wrote specifically for a lot of this stuff. This woman had no gun. This woman had no tactical training. She just had the determination to do something and not watch around like her children, as her children were being murdered. That was all it took. She did so much more than all of these useless assholes standing around for 77 minutes. Folks, prepare as much as you can. Things are not getting better anytime soon. If this does not open your eyes, I don't know what will. You have my books available in Amazon, following the links below. Get ready, guys. Take care.